Hey, this is WhyBeAre with a real quick video for Kerbal Space Program. All I want to do in this video is bring the Kerbals back home, because if you remember correctly in the last video, I was sending a rescue mission to the moon to save a Kerbal that crash landed on the moon. And I got the ship there, but the ship was still about a kilometer away from where the Kerbal crashed, and I decided to walk him there because I didn't want to waste his jetpack fuel, which took quite some time, and I didn't want to do that on camera, so I went ahead into the video there, and now we're picking it back up because we got him to the ship, which actually ended up using quite a bit of his jetpack fuel, so it might have been a good thing that I saved it, but really, going across the moon for a whole kilometer doesn't use that much jetpack. But you know, every little bit counts, I'm pretty sure. So, we have him now strapped to the chair that I installed on this rocket. He's just holding on for his life, basically, but he does have like a belt or something to keep him in place. And he is ready to go home. Just look at that face. He is so ready to go home. And my goal is to bring him home. And something that's funny, I bet, yep, now from the inside, all you see is Kerbal butt. Well, you don't actually see his butt, but you see his head there because I decided to strap the chair like right in the visibility, which is funny. So we got to figure out how we're going to get home, because we have maybe, like, okay, just over half of a fuel tank. And that's it. Which is not a lot of fuel. And we got to somehow bring these guys home. I'm going to do the best I can to make it happen without using maneuvers. That is the goal, is to do this without maneuvers whatsoever, because it just seems like maneuvers make things too easy. I think I can do it without maneuvers. It's going to be like a less than ideal path, but I'm pretty sure we can do it. We're going to need a plan of attack, though, if I want to be able to bring ourselves home without using any maneuvers. Well, I'm obviously going to do maneuvers, but I'm not going to use the maneuver button. But we're not in a good position, really. Like, if this was an ideal world, we'd be right here, right on the center of axis of the moon, and we could just easily just do a quick orbit and then pop off and be able to get home. But that's not the case. We are, like, all in this corner area down here, which is less than ideal. So I'm thinking, though, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bring the ship around, get it to over about here, and if we do a real hard prograde at this point or so, we should be able to get ourselves out of the gravity of the moon and hopefully into the gravity of Kerbal, at which point if we will retrograde a ton, and if I have enough fuel, I should be able to retrograde enough where we'll crash land into Kerbal, but I have parachutes which will hopefully make that crash landing into a normal landing. So let's see if we can do that. So if I want to go the angle I said, because I want to go opposite, let me mention this, I want to go opposite of the direction the moon is going, so I want to go like this way around it. So I think that means I should go straight up on my nav ball. Looking at everything, considering everything, we should be going straight up on the nav ball, and I think that'll work. We'll go at about a 45-degree angle. Let me check, is that working the way I think it is? Seems like it. Like, that's about what I was thinking would happen. The direction we're going is what I expected, so I have no complaints there. And all I have to do is just wait it out until we can get into an orbit, if we can. Like, actually seeing how little it moves, it's worrisome, but it moves more over time because you just keep building up speed and it gets better and better. Right there, just looking at it, it's like, oh man, I'm never gonna make it. I think a 45-degree angle right off the bat's okay. It seems to be working alright. I mean, I don't know what's ideal in this situation. I could figure it out if I use maneuvers, but I'm like, you know what? I got this. I don't need ideal maneuvers. I just need maneuvers that are good enough to get me home. That's all I care about. I just want to get home. I don't care if it's in the messiest, sloppiest way ever. At least the Kerbals are safe home. That's all that matters. All that matters is that the Kerbals are safe. Doesn't matter how it's accomplished. At least, that's the way I like to look at it. You know, the Kerbals are friends, man. Can't just go abandoning them. Gotta bring them all home. As long as they're on Kerbal, they're home as far as I'm concerned. If they're on the moon, though, they ain't home. So I'm just gonna let this thing keep burning out at a 45-degree angle until we have it where we're on the opposite side of the moon, so we can kind of see a straight path between the moon's little icon and then Kerbal. So we're actually getting there right about Well, actually, maybe we should wait a little bit longer and actually get a normal orbit on it. Can we do that from that angle? Probably a less than ideal orbit. Or we could just keep going at a 45-degree angle and we might be able to just fling ourselves off of the moon right there and then and there and make everything even simpler. I don't know if that'll be a good orbit around Kerbal, but it might be an easy way to do things. So let's just see what will happen. I'm going to try it like that. I'm going to try it the lazy way, which I really might regret later on, but we're going to try it like that. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're going to lose the gravity of the moon holding me here really soon. Wow, I'm surprised it's going out so far. It's really going out far. For like how little gravity the moon has, that's surprising. There, done. Okay, now all we have to do is some serious retrograde. Because I didn't do what I said I was going to do. So I'll bring it over to here. T-minus 30 minutes, so keep going. T-minus 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop. Retrograde this thing. I'll let it line up perfectly, and then I'll hit the thrusters to go on. That's perfectly enough. Go. Alright, now we get to see, do we have enough fuel to bring him home? Like, I'm pretty sure the... whoa, ah! Well, that's interesting. I could use the moon's gravity once again to do something. I'm not exactly sure what it's doing, but I could do something with it, man. Did you see what was going on right there? Like, it was just some chaos going on. Oh, there. Like, look at this crazy path we could do. Might be easier to do everything if we just stay like this, so we'll do that. Yeah, this is totally the plan, man. This is all a part of the plan. The plan was to do another orbit around the moon real quickly to make ourselves right in the orbit of the... Oh my goodness, I can't believe that like I was not sure if that was gonna work, but it did. And that's just like being stupid. Like, I wanted to see if that would work. It's definitely not the best way to do this. I'll tell you that now, but I wanted to see it happen because it seems so crazy. I just was like, no way, right? But yep, it happened. Alright, so we're going to try this again. The same strategy as before. We're just going to do a bunch of retrograde and hope we can get ourselves home. How much fuel do I even have? Oh, that's not promising. Not promising at all. I want to just watch the number on the fuel. Like, I'm scared. 50 out of 360 right now. Can that 50 bring us home, man? I don't know. That's a long ways for 50 to stretch. What's it at now? 40? Like, I'm either gonna just barely miss it or I'm gonna just slam right into the planet. Hard to know which. Come on, slam into that planet. Yes, it got it. It's gonna hit the planet. In the craziest maneuver that I could have possibly done it with, I did it. And it's gonna come in fast and hard. I hope the parachutes can actually slow it down enough. I think they can. But it's kind of funny how fast they're gonna be flying at it. Alright. The game is saying we are now in the gravity. There's nothing to land on though, that's unfortunate. I could try to get us to land over there if I go like this, maybe? Like, get us over there to the land! Eventually the parachutes are just gonna ruin everything because I did activate them. Oh! Kill the throttle. Kill the throttle, otherwise who knows what'll happen. So that Kerbal's basically on fire right there, but he's happy. You know, he's okay being on fire. He's just like, yeah, fire! It's hot! You know, we're not on land. I will say that's less than ideal. But we are going to make a safe landing in the water. And you know what? Just maybe I could try to bring him a little closer to the land. I won't be able to actually get him to the land, but we could bring it closer to it. Not by much. We have so little fuel. It's just like, yeah, we got about 10 feet closer. You know what, though? That's close enough to land where you can send an easy rescue mission out to save these guys. And I don't know if I'll actually bother to, like, say, okay, let me bring them even closer to the facility. Because for all I know, that might be the facility over there. I doubt it. If it was, though, that'd be amazing. But I really doubt it. I forgot where exactly they are in relation to it once they touch down, but I want to make sure they actually can touch down safely 100%. What is that line? There's like a line right there. Look at, you see that right there? There's a line. Weird. What is that? It's gone now. Huh. Touchdown. We're safe. Bring in the landing gears. I don't know why I did that. My landing gears, they do nothing. I wonder how deep the water would be here. Alright, so where are we? We are up. Where? I can't tell from this angle. That's kind of. Oh man, we are way off from where we start. Oh well. But yeah, that's relatively close to the land. Look, it's not like we're in the middle of the ocean. We're right here. They're safe as far as I'm concerned. I just have to say, an imaginary rescue mission comes and saves them. Or for now, I'll just leave them there. I mean, there's no harm in just leaving them there, right? Eventually, the game will probably lag more, but they're on the planet. How much lag could it cause? So, let's actually do one more thing. Let's go to the Space Center and see where the Space Center is in relationship to that. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, go to the rocket hangar. And then launch a rocket. Well, it doesn't even need to be a rocket. Just set a pod down. And then launch that. And then I'll just have a point of reference to where the Space Center is. Because I can never remember where it's at. It's like, it's somewhere in this area, kind of. Is usually how it goes. So now I have an exact marker. So it's there. The rocket is there. Not that bad. I mean, considering the fact that I came in with basically no fuel. And it was all a miracle that I even made it to the planet. That's pretty close. I can send like a boat, like vroom, and go and pick them both up and then bring them back, right? Maybe that'd be interesting. Try to make a boat and then just go and pick them up and then really bring them back home. I don't know. I may or may not do that, or I may do something else. You know, tell me what you guys think. And until next time, this is WhyBeAre. I'll see you next time.